Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, but before we hop into it, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of them before, they're essentially a huge online platform where you can take classes upon almost any subject that you can think about. I've had my own personal subscription with them for years now, and I've been just trying out so many classes because I'm somebody who loves to have like a broad range of skill sets, and I like to try new things and I like to dive deep into new subjects, and Skillshare is such a cool platform to do that. Lately, I've been taking classes on productivity, and my favorite was one by Mike Vardy. It's basically productivity habits that stick using time theming. This has actually changed around my entire week. I started listening to this class and I was really inspired by all of the things that he was mentioning. It was so thorough and in-depth, and he just gets straight to the point in that class, which I love. So I highly recommend going to check out that class if you are interested. I've been having one of the most productive weeks of my life after that, and I'm somebody who I already thought I was pretty productive, and that took me to the next level. So I highly recommend checking out that class if you are interested in it. And if you are interested in giving Skillshare a try, the first 1,000 of my viewers to sign up using my code, which is the Gem Goddess, or the link down below in the description, will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. And again, that is the first 1,000 people to sign up using my code or the link down below in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And again, a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Sending you guys all my love, and without further ado, let's hop right back into today's video. Hello my loves, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, and this one is all about what you need to hear right now, a message that was meant to find you. So with that being said, if you are new to these videos, I'm gonna give you a quick little rundown of how they work. So we have 4 different groups right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the description box as well as the comment box so that you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So with that being said, if you like to choose with crystals on these cards, if that helps you intuitively, then let's go ahead and pop some crystals on these cards. All right, so if you like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here on group 1, we have this beautiful piece of pink ocean jasper. Then over on group number 2, we have this gorgeous selenite wand. Then over on group number 3, we have this piece of rose quartz. Then over on group 4, we have this piece of amazonite. So again, take a moment to pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that is linked to your specific card so that you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading all about a message that you are meant to hear right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into today's video. Okay, so group 1, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so group 1, Spirit has a pretty strong message for you about the key to your success. So we have the Emperor being reversed as our center card. So that's our center focus in this reading, is the Emperor being reversed. When the Emperor is reversed, he does not believe that he can achieve what he really wants to. He doesn't know if he can really make it through the challenge, or he doesn't know if he has what it takes to kind of sit on the throne. He's not owning his emperorness. He might be in denial of his emperorness. He might be kind of being not wanting the responsibility of being, attaining all of your dreams, because it comes with a lot of responsibility. It might come with a lot of weight, or we might doubt our ability in even getting there. So there might be some sort of fear around success that is coming up in your reading about what you need to know right now. So what Spirit and what the universe is kind of relaying to you is self-value. Seeing the value in yourself, which is also why we have the Hierophant. Spirit is also really giving a message about learning something, maybe doing higher education, and it doesn't necessarily have to be going to university or school or anything like that. For some of you, that may be relevant, but for others of you, this is just kind of honing in on your skills more, becoming more of a master at your skills, and also realizing that you already have what it takes. A huge message that I'm hearing in here is that you doubt your skills and abilities way too much. Spirit is coming through being like, okay, you've done some stuff already that you should be very proud of. Like, you've already built up some skills that you should be able to see value in, because like Spirit is like coming down right now. Spirit's coming down strong. I feel like your spirit guides are here being like, hey, you've already done so much. Like, you can start your journey. You can start your path. You can start this vision of what you're wanting to do. There is something that there may be fear around, or you may be like worried that you're going to fail at it because maybe we weren't so good at it in the past. So the Five of Cups is coming up because there's a wound around this thing. So for example, if you are wanting to do art, or you want to, do like motivational speaking, but maybe you've had previous instances where you weren't really good at this skill, and that's still kind of like a little bit of a scar to you. And Spirit is coming through with this Hierophant card, and Spirit's like, hey, like, you're already really good at this. You can also like work on it a little bit more, but they want you to go down the path. The only way that you are going to become a master at this skill and be able to do it is to actually begin applying it, to actually begin pursuing it. Because you can take all the schooling that you want on something, but the real learning comes from the experience. So for example, you could go to school to become a doctor for 10 years, but without the real experience of being a doctor, that education can only go so far, right? And of course, I'm not trying to dismiss going to 10 years to be a doctor. I have a friend who did that, and she's like so knowledgeable, and she is a doctor now. But she was telling me how much she learned through actually really being in the job, on the experience, and she has learned so much more. So point being is that Spirit is really asking you to dive in deeper, because Spirit is saying like, hey, we see your ability and skill, but we really want you to be able to see your skill and ability. The Six of Wands being reversed is also this lack of confidence, or this fear that other people might mock you, fear that there may be judgment from other people, fear that people won't see our ability, fear that people will be like, who are you to try to go out and do this? Who are you to try to pursue this? So there's some fears around this. And the Knight of Cups being reversed as well is this kind of like scarcity of not getting your fulfillment, or the fear around beginning the quest, because you may fear that your emotions will get hurt, because the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups rules your emotions. And when he's reversed, he doesn't want to go on his quest. The Knights are all about going on a quest and taking action towards a vision that you have, and towards a feeling. There's a calling that you have. There's been a calling, and there is a fear to act on it, because there's a fear that we're going to get emotionally hurt, or that our emotions are going to be, like triggered in some way if we don't get the result we want. But yeah, I mean, Spirit's really coming through. It's like, it's okay to make mistakes. I keep hearing the words, it's okay to make mistakes. And Spirit's like, please go for this. Like, you have to pursue it if you want it to become something, because nobody just dives into something being super good at it. Nobody does. Like, that's unheard of. There's people that, it's easier for them to build skills in certain things based on their background, but everybody starts from somewhere. Absolutely everybody. And you are not unworthy, you are not less than, to desire to pursue something. Spirit again is coming through with the message of like, it definitely will be beneficial to maybe research more about this skill, maybe do some reading around it or something, maybe watch some videos, some tutorials, lessons, maybe go and take like a class on it or something for some of you, because the Hierophant does signify higher education, and they're also saying that this is going to really help you begin to perfect that skill a little bit more, which will boost your confidence a bit more. But they're also saying that you're going to also really need to get the experience in order to realize that you are good at this, in order to build that skill, to become good at it. And they're also saying that you very much have this within you. You very much have this within you, but it depends on your execution, and we just need to get over the hurdle of fear. There is a hurdle of fear coming in where maybe we're like, okay, like I'm scared to like do this on my own. We're looking for signs, we're looking for support. but there comes a time where we just have to walk to the other side of the bridge. You know, we're fearing crossing that bridge. We definitely fear crossing that bridge to the other side, but it's like, we just gotta do it. We just gotta close our eyes and do it. We just gotta go for it. So that is a huge message that is coming through in the cards right now. The next two that we have Dare to Dream, which makes total sense coming up for you. So yeah, I mean, this is time for you to grab hold of your talents and dare to dream bigger than you ever have before. We also have Sacred Destruction. This comes in when it's time to just like face our fears and kind of destroy the wall that's in front of us. It's time for you to destroy the brick wall that's standing in front of you. Just destroy it. Just be like, okay, you know what? Like, I need to conquer whatever this is. And you know, the only time that people reach their success is by conquering their fears. I don't know one person who didn't have a fear before jumping into something. Like for me to start this YouTube channel, I had massive fears around it. Oh my God. But like, here we are. And now it's like my job, which is kind of cool. Because now I get to live my passion giving readings for you guys. But either way, point being is, I had to destroy personally a wall myself. So I very much relate to this group because this is how I felt back like 4 or 5 years ago when I started this whole journey. So anyway, the next two cards, we also have Blessings. So I also think as you go down this road, you're gonna realize that the universe really supports this. There is going to be blessings that come your way the more that you pursue this. And when you conquer, when you destroy these walls, you are going to realize that there's miracles and blessings on the other side of that. And it's going to be like, oh my God, I don't know why I was so scared to do this. It's fine. And I keep hearing the word, it's okay to make mistakes. It's so okay. You may fear making mistakes because you're like, oh, it's going to emotionally like damage me. It's like, you know, the feeling of like going out there and like being judged or like, you know, I don't know, hearing like negative feedback can sometimes be really hard, right? But Spirit is coming through right now being like, don't fear making mistakes. Nobody's going to remember it. The more that you keep going, the more that you keep pursuing, nobody's going to remember it. It's totally fine. Like, just keep going. Don't let it hold you back. And just let that confidence come through. Let that desire and passion outweigh the fear. Because there is blessings beyond that. We also have abundance. Ooh, okay, so I think you're going to be blessed with making money through whatever this endeavor is, most of you. This can also be just an abundance of really good emotion, whichever this is. This could be, you know, pursuing a relationship, for example, and opening up your heart. This could be pursuing a career. But regardless, you pursuing this thing and breaking down this old wall and this old barrier is going to bring blessings and lots of good abundance. And I see for most of you making more money than you previously could dream of. Like this is you kind of like stepping into dream life reality. So yes. The next couple cards that we have here, look at the next one. We have another abundance card. I'm almost not even shocked at this point. The Emperor is also a card, and the Six of Wands. Both of these are cards about a lot of abundance, right? And when they're reversed, it's kind of like we're not pursuing that abundance, so it can't come. Of course it can't come because we're not going after it because our emotions may be holding us back. But Spirit is like, yo, there's a lot of potential here if you choose to go down this road. And we also have community. I do think you're going to be supported. You're going to gain a support team as you pursue this. I think you're going to have a lot of support from the people that are around you, more than you might realize. So yeah. The next few cards that we have here, we have Field of Dreams. So there's a lot of like visions that I think you have, a lot of dreams. There's one in particular that I think like resonates with you more than the rest. There's like a whole vision. There might be a whole lot of things that you want to do, but there's one in particular that's kind of like the biggest. You know, it's kind of like the seed that can branch out into all the other areas. So as you pursue this one thing, it can branch out to so much more. And then we also have goblins. Look at, oh my goodness. We are scared of like judgment. We're scared of like there's fears. There's little fears running around in our minds and in our energy field. There's some fears there that we need to kind of conquer. We need to kick to the curb. You know, like claim back your power, claim back your space by telling these fears to just like F off, you know, and like easier said than done. I totally understand. But this card just kind of reaffirms that the universe is like, you know, spirit is like, hey, I understand. I see where you're at. But at the same time, there's going to be blessings, there's going to be abundance, and there is going to be a support team the more that you move in this direction. And it is okay to make mistakes. That is the theme of this reading. It is okay to make mistakes. It is not going to, you're not going to fail if you make a mistake. That is a huge, huge, huge thing that they want you to know. You're not going to fail if you make a mistake. So for example, if you want to start public speaking, I'm just using that because most people have a fear of that, right? But so say you want to start public speaking or something, and you're like, ooh, I want to like host a whole thing and like, I don't know, whatever. And you're so scared of making a mistake. It's like, oh, well, what if I like forget what I'm saying on stage? And like, what if I like blah, 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 you know, all that kind of stuff. This message from spirit, they're like, that's okay. Like you can do that. It's not going to harm your success. It is not going to harm the outcome and the abundance that you can create for yourself if you make those mistakes. That's totally fine. You're allowed to make those mistakes. You can jump into this and make all the mistakes you want because this is where you're going to learn and when you're going to gain confidence. And they're also saying that you might make a mistake when you jump into whatever this is. You might make a mistake, but you're going to realize that you're putting way too much value on mistakes because other people don't really care. And they're not going to remember it. They're going to remember more of like the impact that you are having or that you are creating rather than small little mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Most people are pretty understanding about it, right? We also have Wizard of Awareness. Spirit also just wants you to think about like the Wizard of Awareness. He can create anything, but he also uses his awareness to sort of like make the experience what he wants it to be. So your perspective on things changes how you experience stuff. So your perception directly correlates to your experience. So if your perception is like, oh my God, if I make a mistake, end of the world, I'm gonna hide in a closet, never come back out. That's a very diminishing perspective, and that is what is holding you back. We also have angel number 33 right here and another 3 right here. So this is about celebrating things and just having fun. So a huge message from spirit is if you make a mistake, roll with it and have fun with it. If you make a mistake, just like spirit is like, don't run away and like want to hide yourself because that you're not going to learn from that. And that's currently the energy that's making you not pursue things. So instead they're like, laugh at it, have fun with it, and treat it as if it's just like a funny experience. You know what I mean? Because like when we're watching movies and like the main character like makes a mistake or something, a lot of the times the humor comes from the stupid mistakes that they make. And we find that entertaining. So spirit is like coming through here being like, have fun with it and make it entertaining. Like it doesn't have to be a big deal. It's only a big deal depending on how much value we put onto that experience. Instead, we could just be like, whoops, totally forgot what I was saying there. Like, you know, just have fun with it. That is basically the main message coming through right there. We also have the card of harvest. There is a lot of potential here that you are going to be able to really begin to, like, this is harvesting the fruits of your labor. So, I mean, kind of like self-explanatory in this particular context. Ooh, enjoy. You are gonna have so much more fun. And this card, the yellowish orangey stuff, color deals with expression. So now it's time to just really like let your light shine because you're gonna enjoy life so much more. And we also have friendship. Look at community and friendship is coming through strong here. You are gonna be supported through this. You are absolutely being supported through this. The last 2 cards, we have Hawk Spirit. Let spirit be your guide. So basically spirit's just like, listen to me right now. So yeah, and this is also spread your wings. Spread your wings and just go for it. Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. So, oh, look at, and another 33. we got a lot of threes here. So this is about time to just celebrate and have fun with things. Don't take life too seriously. When you take it too seriously, that's when these things start feeling like they have a lot of weight and we feel like we're held back and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to live life that way. Like, be free. Spirit's like, just be free. Don't hold yourself back. Don't keep yourself in a cage. Spread your wings. Let yourself fly. Okay? So that is the message that was coming through for you, group 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future, because I'd love to have you there. I also have a really special announcement. If any of you are interested, I will leave the link down below where you can see a brand new thing that is coming out. You can sign up for the email list if you want to be the first one to be able to get this new thing. It is, I'm just going to let you guys know what it is, because like, you're going to click the link and find out anyway. But I have a tarot course coming out and an ebook that I'm really excited about. If you are interested in either of those things, I will leave a link down below where you can sign up for the email list to be the first to hear about it and also get a limited time, once in a lifetime discounted price on it for the first little bit that it is out, but only if you are on that email list. So hope you enjoyed this reading, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, so group number 2, if you chose this group, then this is going to be a reading, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so group 2, we have the King of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, then we have the 7 of Wands reversed, the 10 of Wands upright, and then the Fool card. So one of the things that I am hearing right off the bat is that there's either a lifestyle that's like hard to keep up with right now, or a dream that's been kind of like feeling like a lot of work to go after. So there's something going on where we're kind of almost getting a little tuckered out in the pursuit of it. But when we began it, it was like, ooh, like I have this vision and, you know, this desire, and we felt like, you know, really confident about it, most likely, or like, I don't know, something along the lines of this. And we've been like really excited about something, the idea of something or whatever, but it's been getting like challenging to pursue it or to like keep up with it. Like maybe some of you have already attained like a big dream or something like that, and then it's been like hard to kind of like maintain it, or we're striving for more, and the weight and responsibility of like trying to strive for more maybe has been difficult to like find time for enjoyment and rejuvenation. So your message that's coming through right now, there is a message from Spirit about celebrating the small progress, even if it's small. And Spirit is also saying that it might be a good idea to kind of like actually make a physical like rescheduling of your time and how you want to spend it and how much time you need for like breaks and rest and things like that. Because that's going to help out a lot. But at the same time, Spirit is like, you might be getting hard on yourself because when you're not making as much progress as you would like, you tend to look at that as a bad thing rather than being like, oh, I did take a step ahead today. I did move a little bit ahead in this. I've made a little bit of progress. So instead of celebrating that, we've maybe become a little bit hard on ourselves, and we're like, I can't believe I only took 1 step today. I planned on taking 9 steps today. Like, oh my God, like I'm getting so behind, and we're getting like frustrated, and that's weighing on your energy. And Spirit is like, oh my gosh, no, because, you know, any progress is still progress. Of course, I totally understand the feeling of, you know, feeling like you're not making enough progress. That's a good thing in a way, because it says that you know, you have high standards and you're willing to push yourself. But at the same time, we do need rest and recuperation of our energy. Otherwise, we're like running on empty. It's like trying to drive a car when the tank is like completely empty and there's no like charge or gas left in it. You know, it's pretty difficult to keep going. So Spirit is like, the things that are going to recharge you are spending time doing the things you love and also celebrating small progress. The 3 of Cups is hugely associated with celebrating even the smallest of progress. So instead of getting down on yourself when you're not making as much progress as you'd like, celebrate the small movements, because maybe that's all we can give right now. You know, you are clearly trying your best, and a huge thing that I'm seeing is that you are absolutely trying your best. you're doing your best, you are doing the most that you can. There's going to be days where it feels like you can get a lot more done, but those are probably going to be the days that you've taken some time to yourself prior to recuperate your energy. So sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is to do nothing for one day, so that the next day it's like, oh, we can full grind. Because I almost feel like even when you try to take a break, group number 2, even when you're like, oh, today I have a day off, it's break day, you're still sitting there being like, but I should be doing this, and I should be doing this, and I should be doing this. So you're almost like working in your mind, trying to relax, and you're not relaxing. And so then the next day comes around and you're just like dreading doing things because you didn't get to recuperate your energy. And so there's a huge message here about taking a little bit more time off and also being able to fully let go and celebrate and take these breaks, and also maybe let go of some of the responsibility. I think you're expecting too much of yourself right now, group 2. You can still, hold yourself to a high standard and a high value and things like that, especially if that's something that you want to do. But we may need to take off a little bit of that. We need to take a little step backwards, you know what I mean? To something that's more realistic, something that's more doable. Otherwise, when we're trying to push ahead too much and we're running on empty, we're not going to get as far as we would like. But if we actually kind of step back and create a little bit more balance, we will move further ahead than if we're pushing and pushing and pushing ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the perfect example just came into my head. I'm sure you guys already know what I'm talking about, but Spirit just kind of like gave this vision in my head of trying to push like a wheelbarrow of like a bunch of bricks, because you're like, oh, I can just do it all in one trip. But let's say like you're moving at a pace of like 0.2 miles an hour, and you're just like, oh, it's so hard, but you're just like, I gotta go. And then you're like getting disappointed in yourself because you're not moving as fast as you would like. Spirit is like, hey, take off like 1/3 of that, even 1/2 of that. You're gonna be able to move so much faster. Sure, you'll need to make 2 trips, but this is actually doable for you. And you're going to, instead of taking like an entire week to move that barrel like a little bit, you're gonna be able to make those 2 trips within 3 days. So it's actually going to get done quicker. So a huge message is like, take off some of the workload. It is actually going to make you more productive. It is going to make you more efficient. It is going to make you get to your goal faster. You are thinking that if you just pile it all on right now and like push it through, that you're all of a sudden gonna like get to your goal faster, but Spirit's like, no. And you might be noticing that because you've maybe been getting a little bit frustrated lately about the lack of progress, but it's because we're pushing it too much, So Spirit wants you to begin taking time to celebrate, taking time to have fun, because this is gonna replenish you so much. Spirit is also saying that there might be something that we need to make more room for. I'm definitely feeling like that's, making more room for time for yourself, but then also focusing on your health is coming through. So whether that just be like focusing on resting, or also focusing on fueling yourself with the right fuel, like fueling yourself with the right food so that you can actually feel energized and feel your best. Because obviously if we're eating a bunch of like comfort foods like pasta and like, stuff like that, it can kind of feel like we're weighed down during the day. So that's another random message that's coming through. Also, for some of you, drinking is coming through as something that is going to make you really tired and lethargic. So maybe like cutting back on certain things that are like not healthy will actually help you in the long run. Spirit is also saying that taking a brand new perspective and a brand new beginning is going to help you so much. Opening up a brand new chapter. So no longer doing the things or doing things the way that you were doing them before, because this is not sustainable. We are overcome by responsibility and burden and weight, Sure, we're in the pursuit of something like a vision, a dream. So there's beauty in that, but at the same time, it's like we're never gonna get there if it's too much all at the same time. So we need to lighten our load. Like, look at huge message coming through right now, guys, group 2. Let's just look at these cards for a second. Look at the weight that this woman is carrying in this card versus this card. Lighten your load. Huge message. It is time to lighten your load, group 2. And have more fun with life. The 10 of Wands, she's trying so hard She's trying so hard, but she's not really getting anywhere because her weight is like so much. She's determined, but her weight is a lot. This is like the tortoise and the hare, right? So sure, we might be going slower in a sense because we're not, you know, taking on all this responsibility at once, but we're actually moving faster because we have a lighter load. We're able to move so much faster. So there's a huge message, lighten your load. This can also be a message of physically decluttering what you have and what you own. There could be a huge message around decluttering that because it'll make you feel more free, it'll make you feel more focused. I know for myself personally, if there's a lot of clutter around my area, like my brain can't function because I'm taking in so much sensory stuff. So maybe decluttering is gonna help you out. I know a lot of people, when they have a lot of clothes in their closet, and then they like have nothing to wear, but then people who have like no clothes in their closet, they always like, it's so easy for them to like find what to wear. I don't know, random example, but huge message, lighten your load, change your schedule, your time. You're gonna be so much more efficient in this new way. So the next couple cards we have take risk. So even though it might feel like a big risk to like take time off, it might feel like, oh my God, I'm like going backwards. Spirit's like, you got this, and this is going to benefit you so much. There could be a leap of faith as well, because the Fool also deals with a leap of faith. And we have the mountain goat that's standing on a mountain, and in the normal tarot, the Fool is also standing on a cliff. So there's something about, we're looking at the ground down below, and we're like, I could jump into a brand new life. I could make a brand new world for myself. I could create a whole new like chapter. Spirit's like, yeah. Yes. That is what we want. That's what we've been saying. So this new chapter, it needs to feel light. It needs to feel free so that you can actually scale the mountain of your dreams. If you're carrying too much weight, you're almost never going to make it to the top. Scale the mountain with lighter weight because you will make it to your dream that way. The Alchemist. Okay, so this is also transmuting energy. So the Alchemist deals with, you know, kind of like the turning lead into gold sort of idea, although that goes a lot deeper than just the surface level meaning of that. But turning lead into gold is like taking something that might look invaluable and making it so valuable. So taking more time to like celebrate your small progress, taking more time for yourself to enjoy life. It might seem like you're settling for less, but you're not, because you're going to gain more that way. You're going to gain so much more that way. Like I literally see you getting to your dreams so much faster, making your dream life happen so much faster, which sounds contradictory, but it's not. Okay. So like, for example, lead, it doesn't make a lot of money, but gold does. So we might be looking at the other type of lifestyle. We might be looking at this sort of lighter load lifestyle. We might be like, that's not going to make any money. Gold makes money. The heavy weight of it makes money. That's what's valuable. And it's like, this lead will turn to gold if you do it right. If you add the right ingredients and you reschedule life to something that really works for you, something that's efficient, it's going to be your gold. It's going to be so valuable. The next couple cards, we have miracles. So miracles will happen down this path as you begin to go down this path and pursue it. There is going to be amazing things happening in your life. We also have waiting. So some of you have been waiting for a desire for quite some time. Some of you might be like, when is it going to come? And that's probably why you're trying to rush yourself or push yourself. But yeah, I mean, it's best to not push yourself, as we've been saying. So next few cards, we have door to value. To open up the door to value, the key is to celebrate your small progress, because that's going to motivate you, instead of being hard on yourself, because that's going to discourage you. When you are hard on yourself, you discourage, you push yourself backwards. When you celebrate your small progress, even if it's just one small tiny baby step, you are encouraging yourself. That's motivational. You are allowing yourself to be pushed forward. That is the key to success. This is the door to value. We also have victory. So if you want to get to your win, if you want to get to your goal, if you want to get to the gold, the value, the everything, this is the secret. Spirit is coming through with the absolute key ingredient for you, group number 2. The absolute key ingredient. It's funny you were attracted to the selenite wand because selenite is all about recharging. It is a recharging crystal. This is time to recharge your energy. Maybe having selenite around will be really beneficial for you. We also have man holding a coin. He was reversed at first. So your pursuit of your physical dream, your physical desire, the only way to get to it is to shift how you're currently going about things. It is going to become amazing. It's going to become so good. You're going to get to things so much faster. You also have angel of strength. You have what it takes. You absolutely have what it takes. But sometimes strength is knowing how much you can handle and how much is too much. Otherwise, when you put on too much, you become weak, right? That's when you're weak. So your strength is knowing exactly what that perfect capacity is. We also have a gentle gardener. Instead of pushing things for progress, instead of looking at, your seeds and being like, you better grow right now. It's time to just be like, take your time. Do what you got to do. Because then you're going to wield more fruit. If like when people are growing like chickens and stuff and they feed them with those hormones, like the growth hormones, a lot of the times they don't have enough time to like eat as much and they don't yield as much meat on them, even though it's like, okay, like that's also kind of a really sad example. But like, yeah, don't rush it because you're not going to wield as much fruit. I just used a really dark example. Anyway, you guys get the point. We also have wishing well. When this card comes up, it is time to make a wish. What do you want in your life? What do you want your life to be? What do you want it to look like? This is also the card of your wish coming true and being granted. The next few cards, we have the card of success, which makes so sense. There's so many cards here that deal with the idea of success and attainment. We also have romance. So some of you, maybe it's time to make more time in your life to enjoy the romance of life, to allow yourself to blossom and live life. When you're living life, you're going to feel so good and the pursuit of things is going to become a lot easier, in enjoying life, taking time to smell the roses. And then we also have healing. So part of this is like taking time to recuperate your energy, heal certain things. Don't push yourself too much because certain ailments can pop up when we're pushing too hard. The few last cards that we have here, we have Seahorse Spirit, wait, watch and wait. Watch and wait. So this isn't telling you push yourself, push yourself, push yourself. This is telling you watch and wait. There's still movement here. I'm still seeing like, yes, it's very good to continue moving, but it's sometimes good to sit back, smell the roses, and enjoy your time. Time to let go. Let go of some stuff. Drop some weight. There is a theme here about dropping some of the burden and responsibility. And then our last card, we have the Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Some of you may be attracting romance in your life as well, or making more time for romance, making more time for like enjoying the beautiful things in life. So, yeah. That's basically what we got here. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, group number 2. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I'd love to have you there. And hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, so group 3, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading. So let's hop right into it. Group 3. So we have the 8 of Wands being reversed, the Wheel of Fortune being reversed, 4 of Cups upright, Knight of Wands upright, and then the Sun card upright. So your message, Spirit wants you to, there's like a closing of an old chapter coming up for you. And it's going to be a very positive one, but you are going to have to kind of take action towards that because Spirit is coming through saying that some stuff might feel like it's going backwards in your life right now. There's something that might feel like it's going backwards or something that we've been disappointed in because we maybe didn't get the outcome that we wanted. It might feel like something was working against us on something that we were trying to go for, or something that we were trying to attain. This could be trying to attain a career, trying to attain love, and maybe it just didn't work out the way that we were hoping it would work out. There's something that we're currently kind of going through that we are disappointed in, and part of us is almost like, I don't even feel like trying again. There's something that you're kind of like sitting here being like, I'm not even interested in trying again. Like, there's almost a feeling like we don't want that sort of disappointment again. Spirit is coming through with some heat right now to tell you guys to bring back your light. Spirit is like, just because it didn't work out, it doesn't mean that all of them are not going to work out. There's one of them that is absolutely meant for you. And the reason why a certain thing has not worked out for you is because that wasn't the one. But Spirit is like, don't give up, because there is the one. There is the opportunity and the thing that you're desiring, but it just wasn't what you thought it was. It's something slightly different. So the reason why it hasn't worked out, the reason why it's feeling like the universe has been working against you, is because it was a stepping stone. It wasn't our stopping stone. It wasn't our end goal. It was part of a stepping stone. And so Spirit is coming through right now being like, my love, my love, my love. Like there is something so amazing waiting for you. So Spirit is like coming through being like, please don't give up. It's almost like, oh my God, I could cry right now thinking about this. I don't know why. I'm getting emotional. Okay. Imagine like watching a movie, and in the movie you're observing like the main character, and he's going through a really hard time, and like all these things aren't working out for him. But as the viewer, you're also seeing like what's going on in the background, and you're also seeing like, oh my God, like thank God you avoided that. Thank God you avoided that. Because we can also, as the viewer, maybe see what's actually meant for the main character, and we're like, oh my God, that's like so amazing. I can't wait till he discovers that. Oh my God, like, like it's that sort of anticipation. And so Spirit feels that way about your life right now. Spirit is looking at the whole picture, and they see the thing that's meant for you, and they're like, oh my God, don't give up, because like, it's right there, and it's gonna be so freaking amazing. But at the moment, we maybe feel a little bit discouraged and unmotivated because of our current experience, and Spirit's like, oh my God, I sympathize with that, but only if you knew. Like, only if you knew. That's literally what this card is. So currently we're sulking in the fact that these are kind of our disappointments, where we're like, oh shit, these things didn't work out for us. But in the bigger picture, like clearly, he's looking at all the things in front of him. He does not see that, this mermaid out in the ocean is like, has the actual cup that's meant for him. And she's just like, oh, excuse me, I have her thing. But she's like a mermaid. She can't come out of the water. So she needs him to like move to her, right? So she's like, please, if you could just turn around and see and walk down the path a little bit further, you'll see what's really, really, really meant for you. And you'll understand why we'll understand why all of these other things didn't work out for us. So it could be hard right now to kind of like move forward, especially like, going through some disappointment. Of course, it's kind of hard to get our energy back and stuff like that. But Spirit's coming through, and they just really want you to understand and let you know that although you might have had some large attachments to these things that didn't work out, although you might have had hope in them, they didn't work out because they were not the thing that was meant for you. So hopefully that makes sense. Like the Eight of Wands symbolizes things kind of moving backwards and things being kind of unclear. We're like, I don't understand why this thing is not working in my favor, but it's kind of like we're trying to shoot an arrow in the sky when the wind is against us, and we're wondering like, why is my arrow not going anywhere? I keep trying to like shoot for the thing that I want, but it's not going anywhere. And it's because the wind is like, hey, opposite direction. That's not the right direction. You need to shoot your arrow for a different goal. You're going the wrong way. So like that is a sign. So when things are not working out, it can be a sign that, we're kind of on the right path. We're like getting the right idea, but we need to shift it a little bit because we might have thought, for example, we can use love as an example. We might be shooting for someone who seems like our perfect fit, and we're like, yes, it's them. And then all of a sudden it's not working out. And we're like, oh my God, I was literally so excited about that person. Like, why didn't that work out? I don't understand. And it's because Spirit's like, okay, close. I can see why you're interested in them. They have similar qualities, but like they weren't the perfect fit for you. There is a more perfect person. And I know sometimes that does not make sense. Like when we're really attached to certain things, it might not make sense. The Wheel of Fortune being reversed, it feels like things are moving against you and it feels like you have bad luck right now within something. That's what that symbolizes. The Four of Cups is like, we're feeling that bad luck, but it's like, oh, look what's around the corner. The Knight of Wands is coming through as a message from Spirit to be like, okay, deal with the kind of, the chapter that you're going through right now, but make sure to close that chapter eventually. Grab back hold of that inspiration of what you desire and go for it, because right when he turns around and looks in the other direction, he's going to realize like, hey, there's more opportunity out there. And one of them is absolutely meant for me. And there is something around the corner that I think is going to come for most of you like pretty soon. I don't think you're going to have to wait too long for that. As long as you get up and begin pursuing that and fully believing it. If we stay in this chapter where we're attached to things that are not working out for us and we're settling for less and we're like, that's what I deserve. No, Spirit's like, no. You deserve something that feels like the full sunshine. It's going to feel like full sunshine. The Sun card is one of the most positive cards in tarot. It adds positive light onto any situation. So Spirit is like, okay, grab hold of your light again, grab hold of that inspiration again when you can, when you're ready, and go for it again, because there is something here that is so meant for you and you are going to find it. So don't doubt yourself. You are absolutely going to find it. Because it is meant for you. That's the thing. It's meant for you. You're going to get there. So trust that. It is absolutely coming. You're going to get there. Bring in some self-love, some self-healing. That's why we got the rose quartz over here. That's probably why you were drawn to rose quartz, because this is some self-love, self-healing. It might be hard to trust again, but the universe is like, hey, please trust again. Because they weren't, like, the universe has not been guiding you in the wrong direction. It's just, those were stepping stones, right? To get us to where we're meant to go. And that's why they weren't supposed to work out. So the Knight of Wands, regaining that inspiration and leaping forward with passion. The Knight of Wands is so passionate. So whatever you're passionate about, whatever you really, really want to experience, whatever sets your soul on fire, it sets your soul on fire because you are meant to pursue that thing. And of course, it can get extremely disappointing when we're not attaining that, but it's because those were stepping stones, right? And sometimes it can be hard to navigate those things, but the universe is like, you'll understand why. Once you attain this, you're going to understand why all of that was part of the journey. It's going to make sense because it was the stepping stones. You can't just leap forward like 10 leaps. We sometimes have to go on our little stepping stones. And again, the sun is this massive light that we're going to attain, we're going to get to. There's huge happiness, and the sun is also a chapter where we feel like we've been rebirthed into the world and we almost don't even have a past. Once you attain this thing, it's going to feel like you never even had a past. This past to you that you're going through right now is going to feel almost like, insignificant compared to what this is. You're going to look back on this and almost laugh about being so attached to it, because you're going to be like, oh my God, like, if only I knew, you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're watching that movie as the viewers and we're like, oh my God, if only the main character knew. And then finally he figures it out and he's like, oh shit, this is amazing, And all of a sudden the past that we went through, it just makes so much sense and we're now grateful for it. You're going to be grateful for this moment rather than, not be, as long as you get back up again and continue moving forward towards what you're most passionate about. I know sometimes easier said than done, but sometimes the hardest things in life are the things that are most worth it. So the next card that we have is the card of love. This is pursuing what sets your heart on fire. There is going to be something that sets your heart on fire so deeply that it is going to be more worth it than anything to go in that direction. Okay, We also have get creative. There is going to be like a sign for you to like move forward. A sign for you to like blossom again. And honestly, for some of you, this might be this video. This is a sign for you to blossom again. There's like a gift here when you start getting back on the horse and pursuing it. We might also have to get creative in how to get re-inspired again. We might have to get creative with those ways in order to get our heart and our soul just like burning again with passion to pursue this. But it is going to be so worth it. We also have, the self-love card. That connects with the rose quartz that we have and what we were talking about earlier with the rose quartz. So yes, this is time to just love yourself. Love who you are. This is going to help re-motivate you to realize, and also to realize that you deserve more. So the reason why those other things didn't work out, they weren't a perfect fit. No matter how much you think that they were a perfect fit, they were not a perfect fit. So love yourself so much to know that you are worth so much more than the things that did not work out for you. And listen to that new direction. The universe is clearly pushing you in a new direction. We're facing the wrong way. We're settling for less than what we deserve, and we need to start facing our value. Right when we change our perspective to face value and self-love, we are going to start moving in the direction and finding the things that are meant for us. But it's only going to come through seeing your value. All right, next couple cards, we have the card of light. So following your light, this is also like the sun. This is like brighter times are much, much, much coming, but it requires us getting a little bit back on our feet and moving forward again with more burning passion for the idea of like what we desire and this self-love of knowing that we deserve so much more. Discernment, so discernment, what is meant for you and what's not. So you're going to be able to see as you begin to move forward why these things didn't work out for you. It's going to be obvious. This is also a card as a sign from the universe to also use discernment moving forward. If something is not feeling fully, like a full body yes, if it doesn't feel like that, it's probably not the right one. And that's going to become a more clear feeling to you as you build up self-love. As you build up more self-love and more self-worth, it is going to be easier for you to see what is meant for you and what is not meant for you. It might be confusing right now, because we don't have enough self-love and self-worth to see like, oh shit, like why was I settling for that? Why was I going for that? Why did I think that that's all I deserved? You deserve so much more. So it's going to be a blessing that all of these things didn't work out. The next few cards that we have here, we have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So this deals with the crown chakra. This is letting go of attachment. Whatever you're attached to right now, the old outcomes, Spirit's like, it's time to let it go. And then we also have door to romance. So some of you, this could deal with your love life, since we have a lot of these love cards coming in. But this can also just mean a key to your passion. So for some of you, if this is more about like a career goal or some other goal, this can also be the key to your heart, a key to your passion, something that sets your heart on fire, right? So it's time to open up the door to setting your heart back on fire again for what you desire, because it's so meant for you. That's why you had that desire to begin with. We also have angel number 33. So the 33, the threes are all about celebration, enjoyment, fun, flirty energy, enjoying your life. Together they equal a 6, which deals with harmony. So the things that are going to work out for you are going to be the things that are in perfect harmony with you. Next couple cards that we have here, we have Heal the Ouch. So whatever you're currently going through right now, it might feel a little bit difficult, hard. Spirit is coming through with the message of like, let's focus on self-healing. Look at all this like rose quartz like color in the background, all this self-love energy, this light pink energy. Also kind of like the flowers that we have here. So it is time to work on just healing ourselves and filling ourselves with so much self-love. The key to you refinding and unlocking your heart again to feel this passion and this motivation again is going to be directly correlated to you giving yourself so much self-love. Do things that make you feel happy. Don't focus on like the disappointments, just let those go because clearly they weren't meant for us, right? And instead, do the things that make you so freaking happy. And it is going to begin healing you. We also have into the unknown. So step into the unknown, take a leap of faith. We might not want to let certain things go, but the universe is like, hey, let's let it go. Let's step into the unknown. Let's start healing ourselves. And let's be on the pursuit again of like our passions. It is going to bring you where you desire to go. We also have the card here of peace. So this is a huge sign that you're going to be able to find your peace and calmness again. We also have safe home. So making an area where just you feel protected. This is you just enjoying yourself and making your heart space a safe home for you to just be. This is also not allowing just anybody into your life or any experience that's not of the highest value into your life. And we also have harmony. We were talking about harmony earlier because of the 6. But yeah, so harmony, it's just harmonizing things that are in full resonance with you. Those are the things that are going to last. And it's not up to us to have to, a message from spirit about harmony. We don't have to strive for harmony. Harmony is not something that we should have to strive for and we should have to be like, oh my God, I'm out of harmony, like I need to change myself. No, harmony is something that's natural. It's either there or it is not. And if it is not there, then we're out of harmony with it. Your soul sings its own song, and it will always be a unique song to your soul. And the things that are in full resonance with that, the things that are in harmony with that, are the things that are meant for you and the things that are going to work out for you. And trust me, they're so much better than anything that we thought would have been something, right? They're going to be so much better because when things are in harmony, it's going to sound real good. It's like listening to a song that's kind of like, the singer's good, but she's like kind of off pitch, you know? It's kind of like, it's good, but it's not like amazing, but we can still listen to it. It might be our favorite song, but then all of a sudden imagine it gets redone and like all of a sudden there's a singer that's like absolutely perfect on it. Like, you know, I'm not trying to like, we all get kind of out of harmony sometimes, but like, you know what I mean? It's just going to sound so much better. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, okay, this was worth waiting for. Okay. The last 2 cards, we have the Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. If that doesn't fit this group 100%, then I don't know what will. Trust in divine detours. So clearly these were like little stepping stones, but they were part of the journey. So you're going to realize the lessons that they gave you probably as you continue moving forward. But trust in those divine detours. They were getting you where you need to go. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So it's time to not get stuck on the past. It's time to not feel like we've been stripped of things or that things are happening to us. They're happening for you. Group number 3, all these things are happening for you. We also have angel number 44 right here, which is one of my favorite numbers ever. It deals with setting a really solid foundation and trusting. This is having that security and that trust in the universe. Like it is going to take you exactly where you need to go. Together it equals an 8, which is all about good luck. So there's a lot of good luck on your side. You are going to get to, it's already set in stone. You're not necessarily set in stone. We have free will, right? But the things that are meant for you, the things that are going to be so amazing in your life, trust that they're going to come because they are. We just need to get back up again and go for it. So reclaim your power and let's make our dreams happen. You know what I mean? Like that's the theme of this pile is like, let's get back up and make those dreams happen. So that is what we have here, group 3. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I also have a little special announcement. If any of you are interested, of course, there is a link down below that you can click where you can sign up for an email list to know when my tarot school comes out, as well as an ebook that I wrote. It is like a 500-page book all about tarot, and it is like my most pride and joy. So if you want to know when that comes out and you want to get a special discounted price on that, you can sign up for the email list to get early access and a special discount on that course. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you're interested in that, the link will be down below. But yeah, sending you guys all my love, and hopefully I see you at my next reading. Bye. Okay, so group number 4, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. Okay, group 4, we have the Chariot, the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Crystals, the Perspective card being reversed, which is the Hangman card, and then we also have the Page of Crystals. So, a message from Spirit for you is there may be an important kind of choice or like a crossroads that you're sitting at right now where we might have an option to kind of like go in a new direction, or we might kind of have a calling. There may be some sort of calling kind of like coming up for you where it might feel like there's something kind of missing right now, or it might feel like things have gotten a little bit stagnant, and there's almost this desire coming through to be like, ooh, it's time to plant new seeds and maybe pursue something a little bit different or add to what we're doing in some kind of way. But there is some sort of journey. Some of us may desire travel, because both of these cards together can sometimes symbolize travel, or it can symbolize expansion. We desire to maybe expand or pursue more, or we're just kind of in that feeling where things have gotten a little bit slow and stagnant, and we're kind of like, okay, how do I bring back the fun? How do I bring back joy and fulfillment in my life? And the joy and fulfillment is going to come through the pursuit of something, because I think that you've already kind of attained certain goals in your life, group number 4, and it's maybe gotten to a point where it's like we haven't really maybe pursued something new in a little while. And so when these cards come up, it is a message from the universe about like, hey, I see where you're at. I see like that, you know, things are kind of a little bit, you know, the same right now, and maybe we need to shift things up a little bit. Maybe we need to change things up so that we can continue moving forward in a new way, so that we can bring back more fulfillment into our lives. And this is going to come through a slight shift, change in direction. It doesn't mean that you need to change up your entire life. For some of you, it could mean that, but I think for most of you, this is kind of just like pursuing something slightly new, adding to your life in a new way, and growing something new, pursuing something new. There's a pursuit of something new that wants to come into your life. Some of you may have a particular vision or passion that you're like, ooh, like I could totally see myself pursuing that. Spirit is like, yes, that is absolutely going to add to your life in a new way and wake you up in new ways and help you begin moving forward, because there's a whole message here about things becoming a little bit boring or stagnant, or it's like we've run out of inspiration. Maybe we've run out of ideas. So the 7 of Crystals is like plant seeds for new things. Try something new. We might not be good at it yet, but we're going to learn as we go. So it's time to start changing things up, doing things in a slightly new way, planting new seeds, and it's going to allow us to begin moving forward again. It is going to take away the stagnancy in our life, and it is going to allow us to start seeing things in new ways, seeing life in a new perspective. It's no longer going to be like wearing the same old glasses, the same old outfit. You know, it almost feels like, yeah, like you've been looking at life through the same filter every day, and it's kind of like you're used to it now, you know? It's like, okay, well, like, when's something new going to kind of come around? And the universe is like, it is time to create something new. It is time to act on a certain calling that you may have, or it's time to journey out to discover new things that you enjoy and to discover new things that inspire you. It is time to go after something new. And if you don't know what that new thing is yet, again, it's just about getting out there so that you can start to discover new things that inspire you. I'm getting a message here from Spirit that there's going to be a new skill that you desire to dive into. This could be like learning something new, having a new hobby, having a new interest. There's a new hobby or new interest that you are going to come across very soon, if not already, that the universe and Spirit is like, yes, go for it, because this has the potential to grow into more. It depends how much time and effort and passion we put into it, but this absolutely has the potential to become something more than just like a hobby. It has the potential to become something, I don't know, really fun. You know, it's something that can really light up your life in a new way and allow motion and fun back into your world. This is the pursuit of more happiness and like up-leveling yourself. I'm just seeing this big up-leveling and going after a bigger dream instead of settling. Like a message I'm getting right now is like, don't settle. You don't have to settle. It doesn't have to always stay this way. Like, yes, we can pursue this new thing. We can go after this new thing. Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Let's discover more, because in discovering more, you're going to actually find out more about yourself, and there's going to be a new interest coming in. There's an absolutely new interest and possibly new skill or talent that you will be building. And it's going to be really fun. We have Jupiter over, or I guess that's kind of like Saturn, but for some reason I'm seeing that as Jupiter. I don't know. Both of them can actually be relevant in this case, because Saturn, we might feel those certain restrictions on us. We're like, why am I feeling like restricted? But we're feeling restricted because maybe we haven't expanded lately. Maybe we haven't been trying to expand. So this is also a message like, hey, it may be time to start expanding our lives in different ways and pursuing a certain idea that we have, or just going for more, looking for more, in a healthy way, obviously. But yeah, next couple cards that we have Connect to Heart. The dogs also deal with loyalty, so being loyal to a vision that you have, honoring that. And dogs are also really curious, right? So it's allowing our curiosity to come out while also being connected to ourselves and just allowing ourselves to explore. Okay, so what does your heart really desire? We also have the Observer. So this can deal with doing inner reflection about who we really are, going on like a journey to discover more about ourselves. So I'm almost seeing just like a, I don't know, like, yeah, a self journey to discover more about yourself and possibly like go after a new skill. I think some of you are going to discover like a new passion, something like that. This can also be visualizing. I'm also seeing you guys visualizing your life in a different way. And through visualizing your life in a different way, it's going to give you new ideas to kind of like change some certain stuff. We also have re-energize. So instead of feeling stagnant, right? I mean, this card fits in with you so well. Instead of feeling stagnant, this is of course about, you know, as we begin expanding, as we begin pursuing new things, we're walking down new paths, that's going to re-energize you. It is going to wake you up. It's going to wake your soul up. Because when things get boring and repetitive and we're in the same spot all the time, we can get really tired, lethargic, because it's like, there's nothing really stimulating us. As you kind of go down this new path, you start visualizing your life in a new way and sort of going after that, it is going to completely spark you up. We also have friendship. So some of you, you may be making a new, really important friendship in your life as you kind of pursue this new path. Next couple cards that we have here, we also have strategy. So this could be our way of going about things, like making a plan. There's like a plan of action that we need to put into place. We also have Magician and the Mirror. So this is us looking at ourselves and the life that we've created so far and seeing like, hey, hold on a second, I have much more potential. It's like when the magician finally looks in the mirror and he's like, right, I'm a magician. I can do whatever I want. It's kind of like having this almost wake-up call, this realization, this wake-up call, like, hey, hold on. Like, every single one of us has the potential to create whatever we want. What am I doing? Just like living the same life over and over again. Let's change stuff up once in a while. Let's create something new. Let's like go after it. The next couple cards, we have Storm Fields. This comes up when we are changing stuff around in our life. So you might notice that certain stuff starts to happen in order to kind of like get you moving, to get you out of the same routine, to get you out of the same lifestyle. Some of you might be moving because this storm is like coming through this person's house. Some of you, there could be like something happening in your life to where you need to move. And this could cause you to kind of like wake up and realize like, hey, since this is happening, I might as well like go after the things that I really want to go after. I might as well like really start moving. And that can be metaphorical or literal, right? So it's time to start moving. There's stuff that's like getting you off your butt. There's things that are going to happen in the universe, in your life, that are going to help get you off your butt. And then you're going to be like, while I'm up off my butt, I might as well start walking, might as well start moving somewhere new and creating new experiences. Wide open. I think that this kind of like shift that's coming up for you is going to make you realize that you could kind of choose anything. It's kind of like opening up a real blank canvas to where it's like, I have a lot of options in front of me. What do I want to do with this opportunity? What do I want to do with it? What do I want to create? What do I want to experience? The next few cards, we have the card of confidence coming through. This can talk about like up-leveling your confidence. This can talk about being confident in your pursuit of something new. So I think as you begin to kind of like visualize things more, as you begin to observe potential realities, potential options for you, I think your confidence is going to build in the fact that, hey, like I can actually do that. It's again, the magician looking in the mirror and realizing like, oh yeah, I can do that if I want to. A lot of the times when we're kids, we don't have a lot of freedoms in certain ways, right? Like we can't just go in a car and like move somewhere or drive somewhere or whatever. And then as an adult, sometimes we still keep those same restrictions because they've become like subconscious habits and programs. And so it's almost like you're looking in the mirror and being like, wait, I literally don't have to do any of these things. I can literally go where I want to right now. Why am I not doing that? Like, it's kind of like one of those realizations. So your confidence is going to build. Your belief in yourself is going to very much build. We also have knowledge. So some of you, again, may be learning a new skill, studying something new that's really exciting for you. And then we have creativity. This is awakening your creativity again. We also have angel number 33. This has been coming up for so many piles within different cards. So that's a huge theme for today. The threes deal with having more fun and celebration, enjoying yourself more. Together, the 3 and the 3 equal a 6, which deal with harmony, getting in harmony with your life. Instead of feeling like stagnant, let's create some harmonization. Let's get some movement happening again, some creativity flowing. The creativity is going to flow when you start to step into newness, new experiences. That is where inspiration comes from, is new experiences. When we're living the same life over and over and over again, it does get dull. If we're eating the same meal over and over again, it's going to get dull. We're going to get sick of it. So a huge message coming forward for you, group 4, is to make some changes, to go after that change that you've been thinking about, because it is going to open up new doorways for you. It is going to open up inspiration for you once again. So with that being said, our last 2 cards that we have here, we have the butterfly spirit, which deals with transformation. So a huge change. This is time to open up your wings. It's no longer staying as a caterpillar that has become dull. It is time to open up your wings and expand and go to new heights, go to new places, create new things. Ooh, and then we have the scarab beetle spirit. This is my favorite card in this particular deck. Magic works through you. And we also had that magician card. So the scarab beetle is very connected to Egypt and very much connected to ancient magic. So some of you, this is kind of like reawakening your magic. And the magic of the world is kind of like love and creativity and the joy that we get to experience in life. That is utter magic. The fact that we're even alive is like utter magic, right? So when this card comes up, I see you really spreading your wings and transforming into reawakening the magical potential of you and your life so that you can begin pursuing something that's really exciting and making a very exciting life. There's going to be, again, certain changes that I think are just going to happen very naturally in your life. They might be kind of almost unexpected for some of you as well. And it's going to cause you to have to move forward in new ways and to make changes, but it's going to be a very good thing. So embrace that time because it's reawakening the magic of life for you. Even if you don't see it at the time, even if it's like some crazy changes that we're like, oh my God, this is meant to bring movement back into your life so that you can spread your wings and kind of like create new, to go through change and transformation. Because nothing is ever permanent in life. Nothing is ever stagnant, right? So it's time to let go of the stagnancy and begin moving again. And certain things may happen to kind of perpetuate that in our lives. So that is what we have here, group number 4. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I would love to have you there. And hopefully I see you in my next one. One last little announcement that I wanted to add on here is just that I recently came out, or it's about to come out, a tarot course and an ebook. Depending on when you're watching this, it might already be out. But if you want to sign up for the email list to get early access before it actually releases, you can sign up for the email list to get a special discounted price. It'll only be for the email list before the course is actually out. If you're watching this as the course is already out, then yeah, but it's there. It'll be linked down below if you're interested in it. And I also have an ebook that I've been working on for 2 years. So I'm really excited about that to release. So I just wanted to mention that for any of you that may be interested in that. So with that being said, sending you all my love, and hopefully I see you in my next video. Bye.